He made his fellow Americans and particularly South Carolinians proud, representing all that is strength of muscle and spirit in Tokyo during the Summer Olympic Games. We'd like to welcome CJ Cummings Jr., Olympic weightlifter for Team USA. Welcome home.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back, and thank you guys for having me.
And congratulations on making it to the top 10. I want to start at the beginning. What part of South Carolina are you from?
I'm from Beaufort, South Carolina. It's about an hour or 45 minutes south from Charleston and about 30 minutes north of Hilton Head.
All right, so you are as local as they come. What was it like for you to be on the world stage in Tokyo at the Olympics? That's a huge accomplishment.
Yes, it was an amazing feeling just, to go out there, not only represent, my country, but to represent, the local area of South Carolina, and just to represent myself. It was just an amazing feeling to see, all the top level athletes of the world, and just from where I'm come from, just being there to be able to represent, my country was just an honor and an amazing feeling.
And at 21, you were the youngest on stage. So tell me more about this. How did you make it onto Team USA?
Well, it was a very, very long process. So I've been lifting for 11 years now. So I guess the way how I set up, we have to go through a certain qualifying period. So I just had to do a bunch of certified competitions. And luckily at the time, I was still considered a youth and a junior. So I was able to do more than all the senior lifters because I was at a young age. So that's how I made it.
So how did you choose weightlifting as your sport?
Well, I didn't find it. It kind of found me. I got introduced to weightlifting by my sister, and I just liked it ever since. And I just stuck with it and kept lifting ever since I got introduced.
And then as year after year went by, did you start developing aspirations to eventually go on to the Olympics? Did you know when you first started out as a weightlifter that they had this as a competition at the Olympics?
No. So when I first started, I didn't know absolutely nothing about weightlifting. So I came there. I thought I was getting strong because at the time I was playing football. So I thought I was just working out for football. Then I seen the people in my gym doing this. I was like, oh, what's that? Then it was they're training, they're going out to competition. I was like, you guys have weightlifting competitions? And then they was like, do you want to try it? So I was like, yeah. So I started doing that. And then when I went to my first competition, it was a national event, and it was mind blowing because it's just a lot of people from, the nation there competing, lifting weights. I was just like, this is really a thing. And then so it was mind blowing at the time. So I really didn't have no, desire to go to the Olympics or anything. I didn't even know it was an Olympic sport until the Olympics came around in 2012. Then I think around 2013, 2014, that's when I was I'm really good at this and I can really, go to the Olympics.
You've come back after Tokyo. You're 21 years old. You've got many, many years ahead of you. Do you plan on going back to the Olympics?
Yes, absolutely. It was an amazing time. I loved it, and I loved the atmosphere, and just seeing all of those, the top level athletes from, all other sports was just motivating. So I'm just ready to get in and get back to, go back to the Olympics.
What would you do differently the next time? What would you do differently to ensure you take home a medal?
I'm not gonna lie. I would be more disciplined, because for me, my one thing is eat habit, because, from the South, I like to eat some good food. So I feel like...
Don't we all?
Yeah. When it come to eating, it was, kind of a thing. So I had to do a weight cut. But that's I feel that would be the only thing I do different.
Otherwise, your focus is there, the desire is there. I want to take a break here, CJ. When we come back, I'd love for you to share just any insight you have for folks who are watching this that might be interested in picking up weightlifting as a sport. We're going to do that in 2 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We've been chatting with CJ Cummings Jr. He just came back from Tokyo after competing in the Olympics as a weightlifter. So this is something that you've been doing for years. Even as a young man at 21 years old, you are looking to go to the next Olympics and train for that. Anybody who's watching this who's inspired by your story, who's interested in weightlifting, what advice do you have for them?
I would say whatever you want to do, or whether it's weightlifting or anything, just get it, keep going, and just keep going. You're gonna have like a lot of sacrifices. You're gonna have a lot of setbacks that's gonna happen, but just keep pushing forward. Like I didn't get here to the Olympics and overnight. I had to work 10 plus years just to get on that stage, and like I had a lot of setbacks, had a lot of fails. I failed a lot of times, but I just kept going. I held my head up, and I think with anything in life, if you keep doing that, you'll reach where you want to reach. You just keep pushing forward.
I think that is so wise. Whenever we talk to successful people, whenever we talk to folks that have made it, so it would seem, as we look from the outside, that's the one advice that they always give. The one piece of advice is never give up. And for you, you say never give up. Even your failures are not meant to keep you back. Your failures are meant to propel you.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, because just like if you fail, you learn from it. You learn from your failures. So you're like, okay, I did this last time. This was happening. Let me try something different, and you'll get through that path. And it's like, okay, so this worked. Then you come to another roadblock. It's just like, okay, let me step back. Didn't work this time, so try something else, and it keeps going every time.
It's a journey. It's a journey. Do you have any local resources in the Low Country to direct people to? Just trainers, places to train?
Yeah, so where I train at is the Foundry in Beaufort, South Carolina. So if you guys want to come in and watch, or even try to weightlift, you can do that. There's any local CrossFit, they have Olympic weightlifting in there. So if you guys can find like a CrossFit gym, that's another place. So they're about like a few or a dozen in the Low Country area. So.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to be looking out for you in the next 4 years as you head back to the Olympics. And between now and then, what's next for you?
Well, it's actually 3 years now because
that's true.
So
That's true.
But what's next is just just getting back in, keep training, and on to the next competition.
We're behind you, CJ. Congratulations again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're back after this.